Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome to the Sling of Ages podcast here on YouTube. Here is a brief overview of the next podcast on slingofages.com. Of course, you can find it in any of your web catchers. You can also find it on my website. And this is a podcast where I talk about my favorite albums. This will be season 5, episode number 12. Can you believe it? Of the Sling of Ages podcast. So check this out. I'm going to talk about a progressive rock kind of opera kind of album. This is a review of 1987's album from Alan Parsons Project, the Alan Parsons Project, called Gaudi. You may recall the Alan Parsons Project was Alan Parsons and Eric Wolfson. Alan Parsons was, of course, the producer, well, actually the engineer for Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. He was involved in producing, or sorry, arranging and also doing some work for a lot of other artists as an engineer. And for the Alan Parsons Project, he co-wrote all the songs with Eric Wolfson, who was a keyboardist and singer, and also occasionally Eric Wolfson, like Alan Parsons, played keyboards as well. Alan Parsons doesn't sing, but Wolfson does, and on these 8 tracks on the album, or is it 7 tracks? I don't remember now. On the 7 tracks on the original album, Eric Wolfson does a fantastic lead vocal on 2 of them. This was the last official Alan Parsons Project album recorded. They released an album after this, but it was recorded before this. And they had a lot of success in their over 10-year partnership, Wolfson and Alan Parsons. This is my favorite because I love the story. It talks about Antonio Gaudi from Spain. It starts off with a look at the La Sagrada Familia, which is in Barcelona. If you've ever been there, you know it's magical. And the album takes us on a magical ride through Gaudi's artistic life. The music is really strong. The playing by a really core band of musicians is great. The guest singers are fantastic as always with Alan Parsons, where you have people like John Miles, like I mentioned, Eric Wolfson, Chris Rainbow as well. And the music, the playing is fantastic. They had a core band of Laurie Cattell on bass, Ian Barneson, the great Ian Barneson, who's no longer with us, on guitar, and a fantastic Audrey Powell doing some orchestral arrangements, along with Parsons on keyboards and production and engineering, and Wolfson on keyboards and vocals. So fantastic album, a great progressive rock album. I really haven't had that much progressive rock in season 5. I think I covered a Yes album with Mark Anthony Kaye, the Project Gemini album with Mark Anthony Kaye, as well as Joe Bailey's interview a few weeks ago. So this is my last progressive rock album for season 5, and season 5 is winding down. So again, on your podcatcher, find the Slang of Ages podcast. Listen to episode 12, where I talk about the Alan Parsons Project album, Gaudi. Send me feedback at slangofages.com. Leave feedback here on YouTube. Please like, share. And there's also a donate button on my website, which is slangofages.com. I appreciate you listening. Again, the full podcast is available on your podcatcher when this comes out. Find it, like it, share it. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you.